Hello everyone. Now we will start with the topic of new public administration. According to David Waldo, new public administration is the revolution towards normative theory, philosophy, social concern and activism. During 1960s, public administration was facing some sort of generation gap because at this time public administration lost its separate identity and distinctiveness and has to merge with the larger field as we have discussed in the evaluation of public administration video. So, due to rigidness, zero value, efficiency, and neutrality in traditional administration, it was important to have an administration who had rationality, responsiveness, social commitment, flexible neutrality, and conflicting governance system. So the idea of new public administration was emerged in society. और इस समय यूएसए में भी सिचुएशन काफ़ी ख़राब थी बिकॉज ऑफ वियतनाम वॉर, इकोनॉमिक क्राइसिस एंड सिविल वॉर, जिस वजह से ट्रेडिशनल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की जगह न्यू पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की बात की गई. So if we see the goals of new public administration, so it should be relevance, there should be values, it has social equity, there should be client focus. New public administration should be client focused and it has some changes because in traditional administration it was quite rigid और उसमें client focus नहीं होता था, तो जिस वजह से न्यू पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन इमर्ज हुआ. सो द फर्स्ट मेनो ग्रुप कॉन्फ्रेंस, जिसके बाद न्यू पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन आया और उस दौरान उसकी बात हो रही थी ड्यूरिंग द टाइम ऑफ 1960s. So the first Mino Group conference held under the patronage of Dwight Waldo in 1968, who gave rise to new public administration in the late 1960s. It was felt that dissatisfaction arising from the persisting turbulent environment calls for restoration of values and public purpose in the government. Human and value-oriented administration was suggested. So it was felt necessary to ensure social equity in service delivery. This thinking led to the emergence of new public administration, or in short we can say NPA. It helped to set new agendas for new topics and focused on adaptation, capacity and organizational development, normative and empirical theories, comparative public administration, policy making and rationality. So we can say that first Meno Group conference was the Youth Conference on Public Administration, which gave rise to the NPA. And the second Meno Group conference was held under chairmanship of H. George Frederickson in 1988. Its main focus was on LPG model, which gave rise to the New Public Management or NPM. It made an attempt to examine the theory and practice of public administration in the changing scenario. It tried to project a future vision of public administration by balancing the business and public sector. So the effort has been on rebuilding the discipline and not to lose its identity. According to Fredrickson, the second Meno Group conference was designed to compare and contrast the changing approaches of public administration. If we see the close look of public first Meno Group conference की what उसकी क्या थीम थे या उसके बारे में, तो फर्स्ट मेनो ग्रुप कॉन्फ्रेंस was held in 1968. So it had narrow sense as most of the participants was of political background. It laid emphasis on relevance, value, social equity, change and client focus. But its social environment was marked by strong cynicism towards government. It challenged public administration to make it proactive to major social issues, or it's decidedly anti-behavioral, anti-technical and anti-bureaucratic. So, and if we see the second Mano Group conference, it was held in 1988 after the 20 years of first Mano Group conference. So it had wider sense as participants were trained law, economic, planning, analysis and so on. It laid emphasis on leadership, constitutional and legal perspective, technology policy and economic perspective. Its social environment was marked by a growing demand for retreat of a state in the form of government cutback, privatization, voluntarism, social capacity building, and third party government. It retreated from an action perspective. It was more perspective to the contribution of the social and behavioral Science of Public Administration. So we can say that at NPA means New Public Administration is more public rather than generic, and it is less descriptive and more prescriptive. So both NPA and Development Administration or First Management Conference and Second Management Conference can say are goal oriented as well as change oriented, and both the conferences shared concern for the state of discipline of public administration, and this ensure a continuity of thinking. So इसके बाद the third Menubu conference हुआ. So the third Menubu conference was held under the chairmanship of Rosemary O'Leary in 2008. So the third Menubu conference was recent Menabu Conference. So its main focus was upon structural and functional reform or second generation reform. It gave rise to the concept of three E's, that is economy, efficiency and effectiveness. It was conducted in two phases. So the first phase is called pre-conference phase. In this conference, the youth and emerging scholars of public administration were asked to contribute five critiques of public administration. So almost 56 proposals were accepted and considered. In this conference, a single formal critique of public administration was not able to be developed. Rather, a dozens of areas of concern in public administration were identified, such as the academic practitioner relationship, democratic performance management, performance measurement, globalization and international perspective, administrative ethics and values, information technology and management, and methodology and interdisciplinary perspective. So ये सब एरियाज थे जिनको फाइनल करा गया, जो पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर्स, जो यूथ और एमर्जिंग स्कॉलर्स थे पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के, जो उन्होंने प्रपोजल दिया था, उनके बाद इन एरियाज को मेन कंसर्न करा गया था. Now come the second phase. The second phase was conducted in a round table format in which senior scholars were gathered. The scholars were divided into various groups based on their areas of concern. Simultaneously, a number of issues relating to public administration were discussed. Finally, three major areas were identified. First, it emphasized on comparative studies. It was acknowledged that because of impact of LPG, that is liberalization, privatization and globalization, no system could be meaningfully studied in isolation. The systems across the world are interconnected. Second, it emphasized on action research and methodological pluralism. So there was an argument that for the study of public administration to be meaningful, it is required that the teaching of public administration should include the teaching on research tools and techniques to undertake research. It was realized that the discipline will become more and more enriched when there will be more research and development. And the last is it come out with the redefinition of public administration. According to this conference, public administration is considered as a socially embedded process of relationship, dialogue, and action to promote human flourishing for all. The first two conferences can be characterized as a search of identity and legitimacy as a separate field of study, because in the first Menubu conference, public administration lost its separate identity, and in the second Menubu conference, it merged into the larger field. By the third Menubu conference, the crisis of identity was no longer a central focus. The discipline already had its own general and trained professionals and scholars. So the first Menubu conference was held in 1968, second Menubu conference was held in 1988, third Menubu conference was held in 2008, and the fourth Menubu conference will be held in 2028. Now our next topic is challenges of liberalization, privatization and globalization. So liberalization refers to relaxation of government restriction in areas of policies. It has more focus on private firms and services. So in these policies were made in such a way that the flow of trade, service and goods continue with easily without any restriction. Privatization means transfer of service functions from public to private ownership and opening the area from public to private sector entry. Privatization is reverse of nationalism. Next is globalization. It implies a free flow of information, idea, technology, goods and services. So the spread of openness, mutual engagement and interdependency in the world economy is called globalization. In our country, in the Indian context, if we see in the Indian context too, the process began in 1980s, especially in the year 1985 when Rajiv Gandhi took over the power, and in 1991 government of PV Narasimha Rao promotes private sector. So not in 1991 but before that in 1980s LPG has somehow impacted India, started impacting India, but in 1991 it promoted private sector openly. So this was called second wave of reform or second generation reform in India, in which it promoted private sector by limiting public sector, improving production process, modernization, simplifying the license system, and many more steps were taken. So if we see the traditional public administration, so it has some faults, so that it was inward looking discipline, it promote corruption and elitism in society, it shrinks the participation of citizen. So in traditional public administration it is somehow inward looking और उसमें लोगों की participation नहीं होती थी, but after LPG model its search of reinvent and reposition of the discipline and transparency in government started after LPG model, and coming together of PPP, public-private partnership, is the example of LPG. So after that end of quota, permit and license Raj started deduction in the role of state and the government, because before LPG, state and government role was very in the market. Administrative reforms have been emphasized. It emphasized on public choice ideology. New public management was accepted, and shrinking employment opportunities started, and appropriate in public sector undertaking are the some factors or some changes after LPG. Our next topic is politics administration. So, according to Ferrell Hede, public administration is that sector of administration which found in a political setting. So, politics and administration are at higher level of each other. At higher level of administration, it is not possible to get separate of politics and administration. So if we see the relation of politics and administration, first in the traditional concept. So in this theory, role of public administration is limited, so that it does not have much importance in making policies. Politics is related to the legislature, political parties and pressure groups, whereas administration is only related to the government form or executive. Politics has more power than administration in their view. तो ट्रेडिशनल कॉन्सेप्ट के हिसाब से जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन है उसके पास इतनी पावर नहीं है जितनी पॉलिटिक्स के पास है, बिकॉज पॉलिटिक्स इज रिलेटेड टू लेजिस्लेचर, पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज एंड प्रेशर ग्रुप, and administration is only related to executive. But in contemporary concept, according to Luther Bullock, administration and politics cannot be separated. Politics and administration are overlapping each other. तो contemporary concept में administration और politics overlap कर रहे हैं एक दूसरे को, क्योंकि politics और administration एक दूसरे के लिए important है, क्योंकि legislature का काम अगर पॉलिसीज बनाना है तो एग्जीक्यूटिव का काम उनको एग्जीक्यूट करना है, सो दे कैन नॉट बी सेपरेटेड फ्रॉम ईच अदर. So we can say that politics and administration are connected to each other and cannot be separated. So with this end of the topic of introduction of public administration. So in the next video we will start with the administrative theory or ideologies or thinkers of administration. So till then, do share, like, share, subscribe the channel. That's it for today. Thank you.